Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we do not have the 5th sneak peek for Marvel Future Fight's upcoming House of X update. We know Mr. Sinister is coming, not Mr. Fantastic. We know Mr. Sinister is coming, we know Mystique is coming, we know Professor X is coming, we know I'm coming, we know Nimrod is coming, and we know we are getting uniforms for, well, Nimrod could be uniform, but uniforms for Magneto, Jean Grey, and Wolverine. But we were that was a really loud but we were expecting some kind of awakening skill sneak peek. We got one in the last update with the Hydra Supreme with Dr. Octopus, and then later on we found out that Red Skull was also part of that, whatever, in the patch notes, and we got that for Warriors of the Sky, but nothing here. So some people might speculate that that means that there is no awakening characters being introduced in this update. It's possible. If the update is jam-packed full of other types of content, then maybe they just didn't have time to do awakening skills. Personally, I really like awakening skills, and I like that more characters get an upgrade in the update, even if they don't get a uniform because of awakening skills. But at the same time, I would sacrifice an update or two with no awakening skills. Heck, I would sacrifice an update or two with no tier 3 if we were getting major reworks to content that would revitalize our entire roster. That's what, I would basically trade a 2020 version of Shadowland for the next tier 3 in an update. Give me the characters, give me the uniforms, and then scrap the tier 3, and then spend that time on content improvements. Now, that's just my opinion. That's not necessarily what the devs are doing in this case. So what I wanted to do for fun was give you my thoughts on what a 5th sneak peek could look like for Marvel Future Fight, and basically give you some theories that I have and some speculation that I have regarding awakening skills. So I think that there is going to be an awakening skill for this upcoming House of X update. I think it would be silly for them not to give us awakening skills, but they're not going to give, at least in my theory, they're not going to give tier 3 characters awakening skills. It would be cool, and on the one hand, it would be thematic if Wolverine, Magneto, and Jean Grey got their awakening skills, but it would be too overpowered for tier 3 characters to have awakening skills. It would be just the worst, especially because Jean Grey revives, so giving a character that already has revive naturally an awakening skill. Like, the Warriors of the Sky are actually pretty strong in PvP because when they revive, they can use their awakening skill right away, and it has burst damage, and it has a long iframe to dodge invincibility obelisks, and it has iframe ignore. So it's actually a really potent ability. So yes, not thinking the sort of chaotic version of events where they give an awakening skill to characters that are already too strong, a la Jean Grey. I think they could definitely give an awakening skill to the 3 other characters from the X-Men Epic Quest who are not tier 3. So that would obviously exclude Cyclops. Man, 4 characters from that X-Men update have all gotten tier 3s. That's crazy. But it would include Storm, Rogue, and Beast. Now, Beast probably needs the awakening skill the most because he is just absolutely garbage as a character. He's just a support character. He's just a leadership. Rogue is actually very strong now, so she could actually definitely compete with a lot of tier 3s if she got an awakening skill. So that would be pretty insane and actually be really interesting. And then Storm is actually an Omega level mutant. So I think some people would be a bit upset if Storm wasn't getting a tier 3, but I'm honestly sick of female blast elemental characters getting tier 3s. So pardon me when I say I would really not mind if Storm got an awakening skill rather than a tier 3. So what if the 3 X-Men that are left from the original Epic Quest that don't have tier 3, what if they don't get an awakening skill? Well, who else could get an awakening skill? Well, we know Professor X is tier 3, so he's probably not going to get awakened. What about Mystique and Mr. Sinister? That got me thinking about a Brotherhood of Mutants. Colossus is just there as a placeholder. But that got me thinking about a Brotherhood of Mutants awakening skill. What if they did this instead, where they had the Brotherhood of Mutants? You needed to have Magneto tier 2, and then you also needed to get Sabretooth, Juggernaut, and Mystique tier 2 in order to unlock the awakening skills for Sabretooth, Juggernaut, and Mystique. That would be a way for them to sell a lot of crystal characters, because both Sabretooth and Magneto are crystal characters. It would be a way for them to sell Juggernaut and the X-Gene subscription, even if Mystique is free to play, which would actually please a lot of people. And then it would also sell more crystals for Sabretooth's uniform, and it could actually provide a big buff to Juggernaut, who's kind of weak compared to some of the other mutant villains, and especially to his counterpart, Crabapple here, Sabretooth, who got introduced They're pretty much the same when he got introduced, but then since he got his Uncanny Avengers uniform, Sabretooth has been way better than Juggernaut. So I actually really like that Brotherhood of Mutants theory for a awakening skill. There's another idea, and this was actually posed to me by someone on Twitch named Ace, or AceB, something like that. Ace, I just call him Ace. We just call him Ace. Anyways, Ace said, what if, since it seems like there's a lot of characters that are being focused on from the original Rise of the X-Men Epic Quest, which was the first full Epic Quest after Doctor Strange. You know, it has a deluxe character, it has a native tier 2. It was more of the fleshed out, finalized version of the Epic Quest that we have come to expect with Deadpool and the Fantastic Four. What if this House of X update is supposed to sort of refresh and update and revamp the Epic Quest? Maybe, here's another theory that I have, what if they're trying to shorten and streamline, make the Rise of the X-Men Epic Quest a lot faster? Maybe they'll even include Professor X as part of the Epic Quest. Maybe, you know, you unlock all of these characters to unlock Jean Grey, and then when you unlock all of those and you have Jean Grey at tier 3, maybe when you have Cyclops and Wolverine and Magneto at tier 3, then you unlock Professor X. I don't know, I'm just getting crazy with it, but what if they streamline this Epic Quest and make it a lot shorter and make it a lot simpler and maybe make it cheaper, because they're planning to add a 5th Epic Quest for the Eternals update in November. Now, of course, Eternals is an MCU movie, and I am jumping like 7-8 months ahead in the future, so it's a bit of a stretch, Mr. Fantastic. Also, because it's an MCU movie, it could just be a legendary battle. Someone else on Twitch pointed out, why wouldn't they just do 1 or 2 legendary battles for the Eternals? But as a lot of people have pointed out, the Eternals are a pretty huge cast of characters. You're talking like 8, 9, 10 Eternals. They're super powerful. That just screams universal cosmic epic quest type thing. So it will be very interesting to see, but I think there's just so much opportunity and there's so many different avenues with which they could take this update. I really like to see some of this feedback. I really like to see some of the speculation from you guys. There's some really good ideas out there. I don't obviously know which one is going to be the one that they ultimately go with. It could be something completely different. We could get you something very simple like, you know, Danger Room Extreme, and that's where you unlock Mr. Sinister, and then, or whatever, Professor X. Then Mr. Sinister is from some giant boss raid Nimrod edition. That could be like double flavor content improvements. That would be cool as well, but we'll have to wait and see. So I wanted to bring that to your attention today, guys, because there is no 5th sneak peek, and I know everyone, myself included, are just chomping at the bit for more information. I should have said this at the beginning of the video now that I realize it, but of course you guys watch all the way to the end of all my videos because you love me, so I will say it now. The live stream is tonight. It should be exactly 12 hours from when I release this video, so you can use that as an easy way to see when you need to be on Facebook or on my live stream for that video, for that stream. You obviously would have to calculate your time zone, but if you're watching the video right when it goes live, then it's just 12 hours later. And if you're here an hour late, just deduct an hour from that 12 hours to 11 hours, yada, yada, yada. Now, as always, we will be on twitch.tv/Cynicalex for the live stream, for the regular live stream that I do 5 days a week. And then during the live stream, over the course of the live stream, we will tune in to the Facebook live stream as it is happening. You cannot get drops. There's like, you know, drops enabled, whatever, for the live stream. You cannot get those gifts if you watch it through my stream. I don't think the gifts are that worth it. I think the community experience and the chat and how hilarious they are and our reactions is much more valuable, but you can always do both. Just make sure if you want to get those rewards that you log into your Facebook account that you have connected to the game. So you go over here, you have to have a Facebook account connected to the game, and then you have to log into that Facebook account, and then you have to watch the stream with that Facebook account logged in. So log into the Facebook account with that account, go to facebook.com/MarvelFutureFight, go to the official page, watch the stream, and then there will be a pop-up at the bottom, and you click the pop-up, and it will say item received, and then the item will be, I believe, in your gift tab, or maybe in the chest tab. It's somewhere here in your inbox, and then you collect it. So that is the way to get the drops. I don't know what the drops are. They're generally just so-so, but if you have to have it all, then definitely do that. Dual watch the stream if you can to support your boy, and hopefully I will see thousands of you there on twitch.tv. So I'm really excited. The second video today is going to be delayed because it is going to be a Facebook live stream reaction video where I give you my first thoughts on what we see in the live stream. We're going to be seeing Professor X for the first time, hopefully seeing Mr. Sinister and Mystique for the first time, and anything else, any other surprises. So it should be very exciting. And then hopefully a few hours after the Facebook live stream, I should be getting my hands on the APK. And then tonight, I will be putting out videos for you guys ASAP on all of the new content. So the update is basically here. It's still a few days away for you to actually download it, but you'll be able to digest all of the new features and characters and stuff from it very, very soon, probably in less than 24 hours. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are for Awakened characters. Should we get updates maybe with less content as far as Awakened characters or Tier 3s goes, with more content focused, or more of the update focused on content improvements? If not, which Awakened characters do you want to see and why? Brotherhood of Mutants, the original X-Men, something else entirely? Hit me up in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.